I went upstairs and checked the oven. Fish, cheese, eggs with a side of grits. As always, they abducted me into their conversation. Omni, my number one and only son, who's the greatest nigga in history. I say it's Michael Jackson. Your dad says it's Obama. Who do you say, baby? Well, I'm going to say it's Elijah Muhammad, because he started a religion that broke off into another religion. And people like Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Farrakhan, Jay-Z, Nas, the Wu-Tang Clan, Busta Rhymes, Erykah Badu, plus many other greatly successful people have followed him and became greater. So he got to be a great man to help other people reach greatness. I don't know if he a racist. I just think he against groups of oppression or the Illuminati. Michael Jackson even hired up-for-wild members as security. Stupidity as always with you, son. How a group of black racists want to have a white man such as Ford Muhammad as their god. We first came over here as slaves. We could have went back after slavery was over, but we stayed because we built this country for our children. And when Obama became president, it represented us coming from slaves to masters. I looked at him and said, I heard that niggas was already here first. How can we go from slaves to masters when we in last place in the human race? We started off in first place because the black man is the original man, and every other race is just our reproductive weaker gene. Right, Dad? That's what you say, and DNA proves. At least that's what you said. Son, you just get the plate and take your silly ass back downstairs. I did as he said. Why not? I went to check my texts, and I noticed I had an extra phone, but it's not mine. I had tried to look through it, but it had a lock on the phone. Cool. So I looked it up on YouTube, how to unlock the phone. 11 videos later, and it was unlocked. I looked through the phone contacts, then pictures, and what the fuck? To my surprise, it's the same Zangief bull that slammed me. As I looked through his pictures, it was mostly of fat bitches and him showing off racks of money alongside his team of wood-riding skateboard homies. Then I started looking through his texts and noticed that he was a trapper. Most of his traps was 8 balls and quarters. From what the texts showed, one of his contacts was a pizza store. I called and ordered a pizza. When I gave him the phone number, they gave me the address. 10 minutes later, I was at his house with the pistol. 45 minutes later, the pizza man was there knocking on the door with the pizza for about 10 minutes, but no answer. So I waited around for about an hour. I called my nigga Moolah and told him about me having a phone and what I was about to do to this wrestling ass nigga. Moolah gave me my props for being a super villain. We hung up and I continued waiting for him. After a while, I called Lil Mama from the bookstore. She asked if I heard the book yet. I lied and said yeah. She asked what was my favorite part. I said when she gave it to me. And it's been my favorite book ever since. I got tired of waiting, so I decided to knock on the door myself. After 10 minutes and still no answer, fuck it, I'll get that boy later. I went went home and worked on my dirt bike. Until that goody girl that got me the book called The More We Talk, the more personal we got with each other, about each other. The more I learned about it, the more I wanted to know. The more I knew, the more I had to know. Which made it the more I wanted her, until I learned I needed her. She was everything I wasn't, in a good way though. Her childhood was being locked in a room, reading books. My childhood was getting booked and locked in a room. It's like she strengthened my weaknesses and smartened my stupidity. Her purity and innocence was unbelievable. When I realized her life was like a PG movie, I felt so wrong. Like I stole one of God's gifts. Now, she's an angel of light, trapped on the dark side. The more she was around me, the more our thoughts and feelings connected, which made me feel as though she was mine, which made me afraid of her. For sure, a player know not to love these hoes, cause they got undivulged views. But she's a beautiful young woman that likes me. I heard that like can turn to love, right? What if it's only infatuation and she realizes it after I fall intensely in love with her? Then I'm a broken-hearted, delirious fool. So I had to tell her I'd call her back. By then, it was around 8 a.m. Soon as I fell asleep, I heard my mom calling me. Hey, Omni, what's up? Were you sleeping? That's cool. Now, you taking out the trash and going to the store to give me a pack of Newports. What the fuck? Now she got me getting about my sleep to pay Pimp Newport? How could I say no to the person that dedicated her life to me? On my way to the store, all I could think about was Journey. I even wonder about what type of mother would she be? What would the children she give me look like and be like? With her as their mom, would they have a winning chance in this world without me in their life? Could Journey even handle that? At the Poppy store, I ordered a box of backwoods and a pack of Newport 100. Soon as mommy behind the counter put the pack in my hand, in comes pretty ass duck lip Keita and her light bright daughter. Hey Omni, give me a cigarette, Keita said, while her daughter had her hand out, crybaby style, suggesting that I got her some candy. I told Keita and her daughter, I ain't your pop or welfare, and my name ain't EBT. Ooh, Keita looked at me with her lips all puckered up. I took one look at Sucky Ducky lips and started unwrapping the wrapper of the Newport. Her daughter gasped for air, holding the back of her hand to her forehead as if she was about to pass out. Oh, so you'll pay the cigarette people to kill you, but you won't buy me any candy? All smoke and do is give you bad breath, purple lips, and cancer. Why are you giving them to my mom? Are you just trying to kill her or something? Wow, I used to be the same way about my mom smoking. Man, she got me going to the store to get her the pack. All I could say was, well, candies are not good for you. Then I looked at Keita. Sorry, you're not mine. I'm going to the store for somebody. I had to get away from Youngin with speed. But as I approached the door, I looked back at Sucky Ducky. and said, "One time, Keita, just one time. Bye, boy." She snapped out. "You couldn't even buy my daughter some candy." After I got back to the crib, I gave Mom her smokes, and I let Lauryn Hill sing me to sleep about her miseducation. I dreamed about Journey until I woke up from Juggernaut Ball phone blowing up with Texas. Walgreen would have been jealous of how many pharmaceutical orders he had. For the fact that he got over on me, I couldn't get it out my mind. Like I had to do him in. Or I never feel as though I'm a real nigga to myself. Like I owe revenge for myself. And if I don't get it, then I'm not a real hero to myself. Or for myself. So I put the AK in the back seat. Wrapped up my braids under my do-rag. Put my beanie cap on. Then put on my one-piece stick. I pulled up to his house. Again. And knocked on the door. I waited for about 10 minutes. And then waited in the car for about 10 minutes. After going back and forth to the car and to the door about 3 or 4 times with the knocking shit, I got frustrated. I wanted to just spray the house and keep it moving. But nobody answered or even peeped out the window or anything. So fuck it. I counted the houses to the corner. Then went in the trunks of the car and put the key to the city down in my pants leg. And the body snatcher down the other. I walked down his alleyway and counted down the houses until I got to his spot. I pushed the crowbar in the door crack where the knob and locks was at. Then pulled hard. I heard snap, crack, pop, and Rice Krispie treats. Door open. I dropped the crowbar and pulled out the AK. Then dropped and rolled on the ground. Call of Duty Army style. No movement or noise. Just complete silence. So I searched the house like I was the warrant unit looking for this nigga. I ain't find him, but I did find a stash of 12,000, 22 ounces, and a Mossberg pump. My favorite souvenir was the 24 karat gold birth gem watch with every zodiac birthstone. While I was admiring the gems, this cat rubbed against my leg. I wasn't scared, just a little startled, but my reaction was to kick the fur off the cat. I was aiming for the window, but the curtain saved it. And the way I came was the way I left out. Even though this lick made me hood rich, I'm still mad I ain't get this nigga. Fuck it, I want more. I flipped through his phone and Texas Connect. "Yo bro, where you at?" I received a text back. "I'm around, what's up?" I text back, "Same thing?" I got another text from his Connect. "Okay, for sure, I'm on my way." I put the come up in the trunk and sat in the front seat with the AK and leaned the seat all the way back and waited. A car pulled up right behind mine and I got a text. "I'm here, bro." I put the phone down, picked up the AK, opened the door, ran and jumped on the top of the hood of his car with the AK cocked, aimed, ready to bang on this nigga. He still had his phone in his hand. I told him, "Put the fucking hands up." I jumped off the hood of the car, opened the door, and dragged him to the floor by the back of his neck. Then stripped him down to his boxer shorts. I took his shirt off and wrapped it around his face. I was expecting to see a young Jeezy or a Rick Ross looking nigga. Maybe a Poppy, Pablo Escobar. I wasn't expecting a Chun-Li. As a fucking dope dealer, I realized she was the girl after the body beating from the moan she was making. I pushed her to the passenger side where the people's feet go. After I put her clothes in the back of my car, I put my phone to her mouth and told her to say her address to the GPS I asked, who was in her house? She said her brother. When we got there, I took the shirt off her face and passed her the keys and walked her naked ass to the front door. I heard the TV on. I made her open the door. Soon as Miss Swan popped the lock, I kicked her in the back and slapped her to the floor. Her brother jumped up off the couch like he was thinking about doing something. I punched him in the face so hard he apologized to me. I smiled and said, "Hi, I'm the nigga that ate the dragon, cause I was hungry. I come for the shrimp rolls, the egg rolls, and the bank rolls. So please, don't forget my fortune cookies." About 2 hours later, and I was in the basement counting my money. I got them for a crisp 97,000 and 47 ounces. When I checked the clothes, I found 7 ounces plus 4,500, a baby 9, and what I thought was coke was dope. My nigga Boyaka schooled me on the difference when I came to make the trade of the money for the drugs. When we was younger, we was on the same boxing team. Plus we robbed the Sneaker Villa together. And when I shot Killer Quan, he was my getaway driver. Somebody told on the car. Cops locked him up about that. He didn't tell on me. Last year, when he was on the run, he stayed in the basement with me until he got caught by the Jump Out boys while getting Sweetwood. Since he came home, he ain't been doing nothing but hanging and banging and slinging on his dope block. He lives in a dope house, an abandoned house that he traps out of. I sold him 10 ounces for 1,000 apiece. He paid me in all 20s. It was like the more I see the money, the more I could see the future. The money gonna turn me into a monster. Breadzilla. Boyaka rolled up a 5-gram extendo alive. While we sat and smoked, he made at least half his money back. Boyaka sold dope, coke, crack, weed, pills, and Lucy's. And even had 10 pit bulls in the back. He said he breeded them himself. We smoked for about an hour. And an hour after that, I was back in the basement counting my money.